Now I'd love your calls on whether it's okay to charge all-you-can-eat customers if they don't clear their plates. 0207 862 2222 is the number. Do tell us what you think. A pub in Cornwall has gone viral after fining two customers £2.40 per plate after they overindulged on a carvery. Replying to a complaint on social media, the landlord of the Star Inn, Mark Graham, claimed their leftovers were excessive in the extreme. So there is a picture of the food they left, and he said the waste is bad for the pub's finances, bad for the planet, and there are signs up now in the venue warning of the rarely used policy. But the complaining customer who paid £24 for two meals thought they were a joke. So it does look like it's old. It's sort of in a very old font, that. Tin foil can be supplied for meat. No takeaway containers. You're not allowed to bring them. Excess leftovers may be charged for. So there we are. That's it. That's the rule. I suppose if they own the place, they could make the rules.
Absolutely. And some people are just pigs. They really are. To be, and people confronted by a buffet, people that think, something for nothing. I've paid for this. I can have everything. And they just pile their plates up.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's revolting.
Yeah. What do you think, Jamila?
I think it's really ridiculous. I think if you're concerned about waste, which he said he is, then don't host an all-you-can-eat buffet. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
But you don't believe you should fine people for food left over?
Maybe they didn't like it. Maybe it wasn't nice.
Yeah. Well, OK, let's bring in Mark Graham, landlord of the Star Inn. Sorry, that's like a surprise moment. I'm sure the food's nice, Mark,
Sorry,
but you've
Mark.
obviously decided leftovers can't be tolerated.
Yes, and in answer to the comment, the two customers were asked if the food was okay, and they said the food was absolutely lovely. They just piled too much on their plate.
Yeah. Were they amazed when you said you're being charged for this?
They were a little taken back, yes, they were.
How does the charging work, Mark?
It's 20% per person per plate.
So what, 20% of what you've paid per person? And so, go on, help me understand this. Is it £24 for a meal?
It's £12 per meal.
Yeah, so both of them 24.
The charge was £2.40, which is 20%, and there was two of them, so it was £4.80 for the couple.
Well, that's to me. You like the idea of that, Nina?
Absolutely, and as I say, people's eyes are bigger than their stomachs, and they don't seem to have any control over it. And I think that waste is dreadful, and just
Yeah. But is it? What I don't understand, Mark, is how you decide. I mean, what if somebody leaves one pea? You won't obviously you won't count that. So at what point do you say that's not just a little bit of leftover food? That's a proper rejected food situation.
That was the two ladies come out and filled the plates pile high. There was not enough food on each plate for two people.
Yeah.
Which I thought was odd at the time, and then when they left half of it, I thought that was even worse.
Yeah, look, that's the leftovers.
If you leave a couple of potatoes and a pea or whatever, it's not a problem. It's just where it's stupidly excessive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to show you a story here. You might remember, this is a classic from 12 years ago. The Brighton all-you-can-eat restaurant, which banned two diners. Basically, two men were coming in every week, having starved themselves for 4 to 5 days beforehand, and they would then eat the entire restaurant. And in the end, the guy said, I know we say it's all you can eat, but it's really not. In your cases, you'll have to leave. They then went to the press and said, this is outrageous. We were doing exactly what it said in the tin.
No.
We were eating all we could eat.
No.
It's such a British story. But what do you think of that, Mark? Do you think you're right to ban some customers in that situation?
I think it just comes down to what's missing these days: common sense. It's just pure common sense. If you're going to eat 10 times as much as another normal person, that's wrong. If you're going to pile your plate pile high, that's wrong. The reason we do an all-you-can-eat buffet, in answer to one of the questions, is so a person with a smaller appetite come in and have their fill, and a rugby player or a builder, they can come in, have a couple of plates full of food. It suits everyone to your level. Just be sensible.
OK, well, I mean, I think sometimes all you can eat does make people eat more than they need because they feel they get more value. Let's talk to Alan in Cornwall, who's the chef, I gather. Alan?
First of all, thank you for letting me be on your programme.
Pleasure.
I've retired And there was one place, there's various places I worked where we had a carvery, and I am in absolute full agreement with what that man has done. There were some guests you just had to say they were ignorant. They put on that much food on their plate. They was walking back to their table, and this happened a lot, not just a one-off. The food was falling off the floor, onto the floor. And
Well, but the problem here, surely, Alan, is that we have to now, in 2024, make all-you-can-eat buffets illegal.
Oh, no, I wouldn't go as far to say it's illegal. I mean, let's be fair, we've got more important things to think about in the country.
Well, but they clearly encourage terrible eating habits.
The waste level in some places was ridiculous, where people were eating so much. And the guests as well, some of them are very ignorant. Like, I was a pastry chef, and in one particular place, I make the sweets up, and for a Sunday lunch, the pastry chef, myself, would be serving the sweets. You had guests that would come up and just grab hold of the sweets by their hands, and it happened a lot. And you think, come on, play the game a little bit.
Well, they grab, you mean they grab the sweet, you mean they grab, what would they be grabbing with their hands? You mean donuts and stuff, or?
Well, no, I was there as a pastry chef, and when you do a carvery, as it's all sort of show and all that sort of art, which is nothing wrong in that, the pastry chef would serve the sweets. Well, a lot of guests would come along, even though I'd be standing there, and literally grab hold of the sweets with their hands.
Yeah. Thanks, Alan. Sounds bad. Avtar. We've got Alan and now Avtar. We're going in alphabetical order here. In Birmingham. Hello.
Hello.
What do you think about this? Is the problem the restaurant or the customer?
Definitely the customer. For the simple fact, the last time I went to a all-you-can-eat buffet was in Burton in the Chinese, and they had a similar sort of system. If you leave food on your plate, you get charged for it. Not just a pea or a spud or something, but if you have like a whole plateful and then you don't eat it, because I think certainly with the restaurant that we went to, there was that many different cuisines, dishes that you can actually just try a bit of everything.
Yeah, I got it. Avtar, that's great. I'm just going to listen to Irving in Suffolk before we have to go to our break. Irving, what do you think?
Well, the picture of the food that was shown, no wonder they left it. It did not look appetising. But if in doubt...
Listen, no food looks good in a photo taken by a phone. That's the rule. We learnt that from Wimpy.
If in doubt, make plates smaller.
Make the plates smaller. Now, so it's on you, Mark.
Idea.
The plates have got to be smaller.
Funny enough, that is a standard size meal. We do a smaller meal as well, which they could easily have taken and had a smaller meal. And with regards to making all-you-can-eat buffets illegal, I think you have to... What's missing in the world today is common sense, just pure common sense. Let's not change everything for the minority that are idiots. Let's just go to the average people and sort everything out.
OK, brilliant. And good luck to your business, Mark. Thanks so much, Shindy, for coming on. He's got so much publicity today. I mean, it's not deliberate, but everyone now knows his restaurant, so that's good.